Okay, let's open the public meeting today for, what's it?
10:53.
At 10:53. It's posted in accordance with provision of MGL Chapter 30A, 20B. The proceedings will be videotaped and rebroadcast by Area 58. Thank you, Area 58. We are in room 4. We're here to discuss and vote a motion for our Article 6. I'll read a motion. I need somebody to make a motion. Prior to that, I don't know if we want to discuss anything, but the motion on the table would be to indefinitely postpone Article 6.
Vote to not move Article 6 forward for a vote and to place on indefinite hold. Is
Okay.
that
I second that.
Definite postpone?
And a definite postpone.
Indefinite postponement, okay.
Give me that again.
You got that? You got that? No, say it. You have to say it
Vote
again.
not to not move Article 6 forward for a vote and to place on indefinite postponement.
We need no mention of the town meeting date or anything like that.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh, well, actually, it goes on, it says at this, yes. The motion also states at the end of that, at the special town meeting being held on October 7th, 2025.
Yeah.
So that should be in there as well.
That should be in it.
So basically, there have been two planning board meetings that Joanna and I both attended where this came in front
Can I
of,
just stop you for 1 second? Who made the motion? Did you make the motion?
we're discussing.
We're
it, yeah.
discussing.
Oh, so you're not even gonna,
Well, we should make the motion. I'll make the motion.
Second for discussion? Is that?
yeah,
Yeah,
I seconded that.
all right.
okay.
So we were at two meetings. The first one was continued to have the planning board put forward their recommendation or not on our plan to change the zoning to allow earth removal in the Green Business Park. At both meetings, citizens of Carver did come forward and speak, and in both meetings, the points that they were making were regarding earth removal in general, as opposed to the specific zoning bylaw change that was going to happen in the Green Business Park. And Joanna and I discussed it, and it seems as though that's where any kind of a discussion would go tonight if we were to keep this on there. And earth removal in this town is a third rail that you don't want to touch. And I just think that our proposed motion to change the zoning would be tainted by a general discussion of earth removal and would stem the tide against this. And I think it's being a zoning bylaw change, we need 2/3.
2/3.
So that's a big hill to climb, especially if the conversation gets towards somewhere else. And I think that based on the other article that is currently on the warrant regarding the MBTA community zoning, that it's going to be a hostile crowd to begin with, as far as things like earth removal, protecting Carver's rural character, et cetera. So, the downside of a no vote tonight on our article, should it go forward, is that we can't re-present it again for 2 years.
But that would happen also if you indefinitely postpone it.
No.
No?
No,
No.
Indefinite postpone means you're not talking about it tonight.
Oh,
Right.
tonight, okay,
Right.
fine.
It means that there's no vote, and if there's no vote, then we can do whatever we want. And that's basically why we're doing this,
Why we're
is to
doing this.
protect
Going forward.
going forward. Not that I think anything would change, but it's better not to have a vote than to get a no vote.
Can I just add, go ahead.
So I was gonna ask, we polled to see if it would get on the meeting agenda. We got enough votes to get it on. Now, us postponing it now doesn't mean we have to go back out and poll.
It's Jim.
Hi, Jim. Okay, Roger's here. We're starting our meeting, so I'm going to put you on speaker and put you next to the microphone, okay? All right. Okay, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Go ahead, Roger.
Okay, so continuing with that question is, now since we're postponing that, and we don't, if we want to bring it up, reintroduce it next year at town meeting, we've already met all the substandard requirements to just throw it on, right? We don't have to go through asking for signatures again or anything like that. There's
That
no-
was the article. This was a
Sure.
warrant.
Okay, so we're beyond that, okay.
Yeah. So every town meeting is a new town meeting. So to put something on town meeting, we go through that same process again.
So you do.
So for an annual town meeting, it's 10 signatures. For a special town meeting, it's 100 signatures. So even if you have to petition something for an annual town meeting, the threshold is considerably lower. The threshold is considerably lower to put something on the warrant for an annual and a special.
Yeah, it's only 10 signatures
Okay, great.
for a regular town meeting. So I don't know what's going to change. Basically, Jim, just to get you up to speed real quickly, the Cliff Notes version is that the two planning board meetings that Joanna and I attended, the citizens that spoke turned our zoning bylaw change into a general discussion on earth removal throughout the town of Carver. And I think that that's probably what would happen tonight if we put this forward. And I don't, it doesn't bode well for its passage. So I would, I think considering taking this off the warrant tonight is best, because getting a no vote on this is a worse outcome than not having it voted on at all.
Yeah, and the developer could keep pushing the project along, correct?
Yes, at his will. I mean, there are certain things that he's got to do to do this, and I think that that's another discussion that we as the RDA have to have with him. He's been away for the last few weeks, so we haven't had that opportunity. But yes, he's been given some direction as to what he can do to move forward. Now it's kind of up to him as to what he wants to do at this point. But I just think from the standpoint of the RDA going in front of the town meeting and trying to get this zoning bylaw changed, if there was a vote tonight and the vote was no, then we would be at a standstill. We couldn't reintroduce this at all for 2 more years. So this protects our ability to come
Yeah, I
back
got you.
and do something else if we feel like it. So.
Okay.
That's kind of why we think that we should just pull it for tonight and not have it voted on.
Let me just add too, as far as the planning board, and Tom, you can just maybe clarify if I'm saying not quite right. But Jim, there were conditions the last time that he met in front of the planning board. There were conditions, one of which was he could not move the soil, I believe, something like that. But they said he could reintroduce it without prejudice. That means he can bring that back at any time. And that is the particular condition, I believe, Tom, that is talking about taking down that hill.
Yeah, so he has an approved subdivision that he can start working on today.
Hey, Tom, can you just lean in a little bit, please?
Sure thing. Hey, Jim, Tom Bott, I'm the town planner here in Carver,
Yep.
Mass.
Thank you.
So he has an approved subdivision, and he could build the approved subdivision. He came back for a modification of the subdivision, which the planning board approved with conditions, which he took to court. So at this point, the only way to move your amended subdivision is to get it out of court. You can't just do a do-over. It has to be removed from court. So he's got an approval to build a subdivision. He's got an approval to build a modified subdivision. He can start building the part of the subdivision that doesn't involve the changes that he wanted to do anytime he wanted to.
If he shows up with a site plan?
No, he has to build a road first.
Oh,
A subdivision has to be built, a road has to be built, and that's what the subdivision approval is about.
Okay.
His amendment was to change where the height of the road
Yeah, okay,
in a certain section of the park.
right.
So he could build the subdivision based on his initial proposal, because it takes a while to get to these things. You've got Tonka trucks that have to move all the sand and things like that, so it's a timely process. So, he's got a few options. He's just exercising the ones that he wants to exercise, because that's his right as a developer.
So and let me just add to this second time he appeared at the earth removal committee,
I'll say this, I don't know, I've not watched an earth removal committee.
well, I sent these members that part of it anyway. Amy, the lawyer was there, Amy Questle, and Scott Hanulin? is his name?
Hanulin.
Hanulin was very open with George and said to him, George, we're going to be going along with what our lawyer said. And Amy got up, somewhat kind of got up and said, just make sure, and she was talking to Scott, just make sure that condition of a planning board site plan review is included if you give them a permit. That's what she
Yeah,
said.
for an earth removal permit.
For an earth removal permit, yeah.
So can I ask a question? Only because I want to bring it back up just for a quick table. How big is this hill, give or take, of the earth they need to remove?
How big
Is
is
it,
the what?
how many truckloads do we factor?
480,000.
480,000, however, the
Cubic yards?
the number that we were given on the FEIR was 355.
Because they were going to use, I think,
They
about
were
100 on the
On
site.
site, yes, some of it was.
That's the part I was gonna say, is when separated, can't they use that sand for their own concrete, mill it on the property and use it in the construction, and then remove this issue entirely, if he brings in enough of the equipment,
Just hold
which
on.
he can do?
You have to remember.
Well, yeah, but you gotta wait until you gotta talk about, he's gotta build buildings and do some other stuff before he's gonna have that much of a use for it. I mean, to build a road, he doesn't have that much use for the concrete part of it, I don't believe. I mean, I'd have to look at his plan, but
Right,
he
and
needs something
he
bigger
does.
than a couple of roads to take on, I think you guys are talking about, whatever, 100,000, give or take,
Yep.
So
cubic
let me,
feet of, yeah.
yeah, let me say that when Hillwood was here, that question was brought up. Actually, I brought it up to one of the persons that was representing Hillwood. And I said to him, what are you gonna do with all that dirt from that hill? And he said, oh, no problem. He said, we're gonna make our own concrete. So that was it?
Yeah, but you're talking about a guy who was building what? Was it like 1 million square foot?
Oh,
building?
yeah, absolutely,
Yeah,
yeah.
1.8 million.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's where I'm going with. You need
Yeah.
something substantial for that guy to use a bunch of that sand.
right, exactly.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right, and I mean, there's a chance that whoever George sells or leases to could use that sand, but he's not going to do that without a site plan. of what
Well,
to
that, you
build.
gotta look at the, to make it on site like that, if that's what you guys are talking about, you need a substantial amount of building going on before you're gonna set up that kind of operation.
Right, right.
Right.
And again, it's another catch-22 with this whole thing, but
The builder has a number of options.
yes.
The developer has a number of options.
So really though, we're just here to talk about tabling this and,
Yes.
Yep.
figure out a different way. So I guess if we could talk about that and go from there.
Well, I think,
That's just my 2 cents.
I think that we just move ahead and ask that this article not be moved forward tonight, that no one makes a motion to forward it to the town, and we put it on indefinite postponement. And if that happens, then we're done for the night, and then we, kind of we're back where we have been for a while, and I think we've got to have a longer, different discussion with George
Most definitely.
about, what he's got to do to move forward.
So say if I could.
Yes.
Maybe the board wants to direct the chair tonight to make a motion to indefinitely postpone the article. Maybe
Yeah.
have the.
Yeah, we're gonna do
chair-
that.
Okay.
We're gonna, we
Right,
just
but
opened
we,
the
yes, we needed to have a meeting so that we could vote on it, so that the chair could speak as a, for the commission.
Could
for
we
the
please
authority.
identify, just for the record, identify?
Mr. Cannon?
Glenn
Oh,
Cannon,
oh.
Town Administrator. Wait a minute.
Exactly.
Tom Bond.
He seems nice enough, though.
Yes,
We'll listen
that was our plan, to do that tonight, but,
Motion was already made, so.
yeah, so,
So we have a motion on the table. We have a second. We're into discussion. Do we want
yeah, is there
to?
anything else you need to know, Jim, or would like to know?
Right.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Roger, anything else?
How about you,
No.
Raj?
Okay.
So I guess we could have the entire motion read again, and we'll vote on it.
And it's a roll call vote.
It's a roll call
because you have, a remote member.
Absolutely.
All
All right, so,
So I've already made a motion
Do you want
for,
me to read what I have?
yes, please.
Motion to not move Article 6 for a vote and to place on indefinite postponement at the special town meeting being held on October 7th, 2025.
That's correct.
do I have a second?
No, well, it's been seconded.
I already
Yeah.
did second it. I
Seconded
already
it?
seconded
Yeah.
it.
Well, he read it again, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's all vote.
Savory Moore says aye.
Roger Noblett says aye.
Joanna Layton says aye.
Jim Element says aye.
All
All right.
those in favor, we did it.
Thank you.
All right, so at this point, one of the things that comes to town meeting is a report from the planning board about recommendations for town meeting. In that report, recommendations to town meeting, I will include on that is the RDA met this morning and had a motion to recommend indefinite postponement for their article.
Okay.
So that goes to the town clerk, it goes to the.
AG?
No, it goes to the town clerk, it goes to the moderator.
Oh, okay.
And we typically give a copy to the board as well. So everybody knows in advance what's going on
All
here.
right, so that will take care of alerting the moderator, or
Yeah.
or do we need to?
So we don't have
No,
to do that?
Well, like I said, when I send that thing, it goes to everybody.
Okay,
So it'll be.
Craig
in print.
Corbo as
Yeah, it'll
well?
be in print before they get to town meeting, here are the recommendations of the planning board. They're in the warrant for the most part.
Okay.
But town Massachusetts General Law, Section 5, 48, Section 5 requires a report, verbal or otherwise,
okay.
for zoning articles.
Do you need to know what the vote is, the
It's
count?
400.
Okay.
I
So-
noted all that.
So the moderator is going to announce this anyway, as if it was the next in line for an article. That's when Joanna gets up and
Yeah,
and
I
states
don't know
that.
the moderator that well, and I haven't been to enough town meetings with the moderator to know what he might do, but that's typically what.
Okay, well, I know.
No, he'll do that.
I know the moderator quite well, so,
No, that's what he'll do.
okay.
All right, we good?
Yes, we are.
Thank
We
you.
are good.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm gonna do a motion to adjourn.
Yeah, motion to adjourn. I make the motion to adjourn.
What time?
11:11.
11:11.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, we're out.